we'll do that like, let's just like kind of like do this thing. It's kind of running in place, but not like running in place. It's that weird new like warm up lymphatic drainage thing. Okay, and then it's just a little easy squat up on the toes and lift your arms up. So a little baby squat and up. Okay, and then the arms just kind of like swing. And then add a little bit of the trunk rotation. All right, and then we're gonna do the march and then hit your legs. Okay, so then it's supposed to be like golfer swing. So it's like you were actually playing golf. I think your arms kind of just all right, let's go a little side to side lunge. So we're gonna do a squat and then the snatch. So you'll go a heavy weight, one heavy weight from the floor to overhead, and then we'll switch arms. And then D stance RDL, so something heavy for those. And then triceps, the French press. So these. All right, let's go to mountain climber, nice and easy. All right, take it to down dog. Pedal out your knees and your feet. All right, bring it on up. Okay, so we're gonna do power up and then put it back on the floor and then power overhead. And then we got B stance. These. And then you might need something a little lighter for those tricep extensions, French press. And then we got some cardio. So we're gonna do some skaters. So we'll grab that one heavy weight. And then it's gonna go on the floor, power overhead, and then put it back on the floor, switch hands, power overhead. All right. we ready? And then start from that squat position, right? Make sure that your butt is down and that you're in that squat and not hinging. So make sure it's a squat and then overhead. All right, rest. And then let's go with the B stance RDL. So make sure you got something heavy. Make sure you're hinging and your back is straight. Tabletop, and that you're not arched. Your back is straight, shoulder blades down and together. Hinge. Abby, put the weight in your other hand. There you go. That weight looks a little light, Sarah. All right, rest, and then we'll do the same thing other side. All right, ready? Time started. So that back foot can be kickstand or it can be flat. Kind of just depends on what feels better to you. And then remember, we're doing hamstrings, glutes. You're gonna feel it in your lower back a little bit, but hopefully more hammies and glutes. Go nice and slow. High inhale and then exhale, bring it up. Just make sure you're breathing more tight. Rest. And then we got our triceps. It's a long 50 seconds. So if you need to take a break, take a break. Elbows forward. Soft knees. So we're still doing time, but if you need to take a break, and then jump back in. We've got about 8 seconds. All right, rest. And then our first cardio, we're gonna do skaters. We got 30 seconds. Ready, let's go. And rest. Okay, that was the first round. Grab water, figure out if that's the right weight for you. from the floor. Power up that snatch. All right, we ready? Rest, and then we have snatch. Good, rest. We got a few seconds to rest. All right, other leg. Then make sure those hips are square, right? That you don't start to kind of drop when you're doing it. You know, that we're hinging and we're not like twisting. Good, rest. Okay, triceps. All right, you ready? Okay. Skaters, you're welcome to do another cardio exercise. All right, ready? Skater, go. Get that heart rate up. Rest. Whew, okay, that was good. Oh, my workout paused. Okay,
We got one more round. Okay, you guys look ready to rock and roll. Let's do it. Rest. All right, let's go B stance. Core tight. Good, rest. Same thing, other side. Whew. Core tight, inhale, exhale. Rest. Good. Okay, you got a couple seconds and then we got skaters. Last step. All right, you ready? 30 seconds. Hop it up and over. pullovers today. So you want to have that one heavy weight to do your pullover, and then ankle weights on. And then have a smaller weight close by, because we're gonna do a sit-up with it. So, and it doesn't even have to be that light, but maybe have your heavy weight for the pullovers and have something a little lighter because we're gonna do a sit-up with it. So yeah, ankle weights and a couple weights. All right, start some crunches. I'll let you guys do a few more crunches since you're all doing them right now. Give me a couple seconds, I'll set up. So keep doing your crunches. All right, go ahead and flip it over. We're gonna start with straight leg. So core tight, straight leg, up and down, fill it in those glutes. Good, rest. And then we got the same thing, other leg, straight back. Good, go ahead and stretch back a little. We're gonna go back to that first leg for regular bent. Good. Same thing, other leg. let's do our pullover. So you can hold your weight like this for your pullover, or like you would hold the tricep. Pull over and then add your hip lift. All right, you guys, now grab that lighter weight, or if you want to keep using that one, it's fine. So butterfly with your legs, and then if you have the lighter weight, I'm gonna hold it like this, but you're welcome to hold it how you want to. And then you're gonna go from here, and you're gonna do a sit-up. And it's way easier than it looks. And then don't lose it at the top, okay? So no like super archy right here. Keep it tight in your core. And try to not use a lot of momentum. Really think about your core pulling you up. All right, good. Okay, let's go to our sideline. Let's circle it forward. So toe down, think about those glutes. Okay, reverse your circle, go the other way. All right, so rest, and then let's go ahead and we'll go to inner. Working those adducting muscles, inner thigh. Woo! All right. So the other side. We got our circles forward. Core tight. All right, reverse that circle. Awesome. All right, inner. Awesome. All right, let's do our normal pullovers with your hip lift. Okay, so you can keep using that weight or get something a little lighter. We got those sit-ups. Be in control of your weight. Don't just use momentum. Use that core. Hold it kind of close to that chest when you're sitting up. Don't let it swing out in the front. Good. Good. So put your feet together like butterfly. Mike, is it hard? Abby, put those feet together, butterfly. Let your knees kind of open up. Sarah looks good. Sorry, we'll just do a couple more. There we go. There we go. There we go. I don't know if it's just because it was like the end of the sequence. Okay, where are we at? Okay. Oh shit. It's time. I think we have a couple more minutes. If you do, let's do some what are they called? Donkey kicks? Okay, so let's just get a couple more exercises and we'll be done. All the way up there. Good, rest. And then same thing, other leg, last exercise. All right, rest. Okay, so we're out of time. But if you have time to get one more set of those pullovers, that would be 3, and sit-ups if you want to, but at least those pullovers, if you have time and you want to.